Good morning, students. Good morning. How are you all? Hope all are fine. Okay, students, how many of you started writing CW? CWs? Only few. Please thumbs up. Okay, good. And dear students, you have to start your CW. I'll give you the guidance how to write CWs. Okay, so all of you get ready with your CWs in the next session. Before that, purchase CW and put margins and ready with that. And in the next session, the CW procedures I will explain you. Already some students started, I think, the students who attended our earliest classes. So all the late joiners, please listen carefully. I'll give you your CWs and don't start anything now. Get ready with the book and we have some procedure how to write CW. I'll explain you in the next session. Then after you can start your CW works. Okay, done with that? Okay, students, and today we are going to discuss about polar regions. Okay, chapter 3, polar regions. You all know that what is polar region? North Pole and South Pole of the Earth. Okay, the some common or unique character we can see in these two poles, like full cool climate, temperature very less in these two poles. In the last session already we have discussed, and reason also we have discussed, the tilt of the axis and sun rays receive or insulation less in the polar region, so very low temperature we can see in the polar region. This all we have discussed in the last session. Okay, so please look at the screen all. I hope everyone can see the screen. Yes. Okay, students, in the last session, we have discussed about the seasons on the earth, and end of the session we have a temperature belt on the earth. Temperature belt nothing but different zones on the earth we can say. Torrid zone. See, please look at the screen and note down that torrid zone, or it is in the equator line. So this region come under this particular region receive high sun rays or insolation is more in this particular region. So moderate climate we can see. And the same way when it comes to north and south pole, temperature decreases. Here you can see temperate zone and frigid zone. Okay, today we are going to discuss about the frigid zone or north pole or south pole. The term itself, you know that it's fully like cool climate we can see here. And reason also just now I have told you, sun rays. The sun strikes mostly directly the equator, and when it comes to poles, these sun rays won't receive directly. So temperature also changes in the polar regions. And here some terms you have to here see. June 21st, sun on the Tropic of Cancer. March 21st and September 23, sun on the equator. What is that? The June 21st, sun on the Tropic of Cancer. What is Tropic of Cancer? You know what is Tropic of Cancer? Here you have. Okay, so these all the factors influencing the seasons on the earth or climate on the earth. And the same way March 21st and September 23, sun on the equator caused by the revolution of the earth. Another term you have learned in the last class, revolution of the earth. Earth revolve around the sun. Goes for March 21st and September 23, sun on the equator line. Sun on the equator line. December 22nd, sun on the Tropic of Capricorn. See, June 21st, sun on the Tropic of Cancer. And December 22nd, sun on the Tropic of Capricorn. This is Tropic of Cancer. This is Tropic of Capricorn. See, here you have where is Tropic of Cancer and where is Tropic of Capricorn. So, June 21st. Where is the sun? Sun is in the Tropic of Cancer, and the same time December 22nd, sun on the Tropic of Capricorn. And the same way On March 21st and September 23, March 21st and September 23, throughout the world, the day and night are equal in size. 12 plus 12 we can see. That we call equinoxes. What we call? Equinoxes. Please underline and otherwise write it in your running note or take a screenshot of this. What is equinoxes? So September 23 and March 21. Where is the sun's position? September. Here already we have discussed. September and March 21st, sun on the equator line. Sun rays receive in this like equator line. So all over the world we can see equal length of day and night. That we call equinoxes. I hope everyone understood what is equinoxes. So please note down in your running note. Okay, this all. And today we are going to discuss about polar region. Your chapter 3, polar region. How the life of the people in polar region. What are the different types of vegetation we have in the polar region and different animals and the same way human being and their occupation. Okay, this all we will discuss today. And let us just to look at the screen. Our chapter 4, polar region, and here aim of this lesson. In this chapter, you would be reading about a region which is entirely different from any place we have seen so far in 6th and 7th class. In 6th and 7th class, you have learned about different regions on the world. Am I right? Different regions in the sense North Pole, South Pole, and even equator line. What is the climate in the equator line, and the Tropic of Cancer, what is the climate? Tropic of Capricorn, what is the climate, or how the temperature level? Everything you have learned in the previous classes. And different regions, saying that the different landforms, plain, plateau, mountain, already you learned in the 6th class. The same way, this region has continuous night and continuous days for many months. Which region? Polar region. Continuous days and continuous night. You just imagine winter time and many weeks they have same like if it is summertime day, continuous day, and the same way winter time continuous dark it seems. And there is no sunrise and sunset like we have in our country. Okay, we have sunrise in every day, like 12 plus 12, 24 hours. We can divide equally, or some days, some variations we have. But even though we have day and night equally, so when it comes to polar region, we can see a lot of difference. There is no sunrise and sunset properly like we have in our country. Can you imagine such a place? This region is very cold, so cold that only ice and snow can be seen. Ice on land, ice on stream, ice on rivers, and even entire sea is frozen. Where? In the polar regions. Listen, students, in polar region, everywhere ice, snowfall continues, and day and night also irregular, not equal. So this type of climate we can see in the polar region, it seems. And other than this, see here today we are going to discuss about where is the polar region. And one more term you have here, tundra. Tundra is nothing but cold. Cold, the meaning of tundra, another term we can say cold region. It is especially northern pole. It means Arctic circle we can say. And seasons in tundra, different seasons. What are the different seasons we have in tundra? The same way people of tundra region, different people who are living in tundra region. These are the topics we are going to discuss today. And here you have a picture, the polar region, how the land, how the physical features once you see. Even you can see some of the hill there. At hills also covered by snow that we call permafrost due to cold top layer of the top layer or top surface, what we call top surface of soil, frozen, nothing but water change into ice. See, top layer that we call permafrost, we call. See, almost all the area covered by snow or what we call ice. Okay, that region, that particular area we call polar region. And tundra, the same term, I have told you, cold, even a hill or mountain fully covered. And some vegetation we can see, some grass, small grasslands we can see in outskirts of this tundra region. And here you have some topic about tundra. What is tundra? Vast treeless land in the Arctic region at North Pole. Listen carefully. What is tundra? The vast treeless land in the Arctic region at North Pole is called tundra. Another term, a cold desert, we can see desert already, you know, the full of sand and high temperature, but this also we call a cold desert. Average temperature is minus 70 Fahrenheit, very windy, minus 70 degree. And ground is frozen 10 inches to 3 feet, like width they have given, full of ice. When we walk, we have to walk on the ice. And month of night time in the winter and month of daylight in the summer. See, month of daylight, it means throughout the month they have what we call sun light or sun rays, it seems, in this particular region. The same way, winter time full of dark. Horizon, a term you already learned in the previous class. The place where the earth appear to meet an imaginary line which we can see on the sky is called what we call horizon. In the last previous chapter you have learned. Okay, so the same way, some more facts you have here. Climate, about 50 degree Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit, in the sense 1 Fahrenheit is equal to 17 degrees Celsius. How many? Just to calculate then. 1 Fahrenheit is equal to 17 degree. In the summer, about 25 degrees Fahrenheit in the winter. 25 Fahrenheit in the winter time. The average temperature is about 23 degrees Fahrenheit. In the same way, where is tundra? Where are tundras? North American tundra, Scandinavian tundra, Russian tundra, 3 different areas. Here you have on the screen, where are the tundra region? Can you see the screen? Yes. See, where is the tundra region? They have marked in the gray color or ash color. Tundra region, it's a northern part of the earth. Okay, where are tundras? It's out of your textual. You cannot see in the content book these terms and all. Okay, fine. And next location, Northern Asia, Northern Europe, and far Northern America. It is located at the top of the world. It means northern part of the world, that we call North Pole or Arctic Circle. Okay, so here, plants in the tundra, the growing season is only 50 to 60 days long, it seems. Some of the plants names they have given here. Shrubs, sedges, mosses, lichens, algae, one type of algae we call, and lichens, grasses. These are the plants which we can see. Some plants, this area is not suited for any sort of cultivation or vegetation, because during winter almost all the crop like plants spoil and it never perish because full of ice, you know. Okay, so that these are the plants which we can see in the tundra region. And here, and some interesting fact about tundra. See here, the word tundra means no trees or cold. To another term here, no trees actually. In the summer has 7 weeks of non-stop sunlight, it seems. Summertime, 7 weeks, full day. Daytime we can see in the tundra region. No sunset there. Horizon, a term I have told you in the beginning. Sun won't appear top of the sky, but that sun rays or sunlight reaches in this region. And in winter, there is 7 weeks of non-stop darkness. It means full night, 7 weeks. Almost near closer to like 1 month, 1.5 months. Or 2 months, non-stop darkness. And the same way, non-stop sun light we can see in this tundra region. Some common facts they have given here, interesting facts of tundra region. Okay, so the same way, some of the animals, see here, what a beautiful animals which we can see in tundra region. See some more here. I will show you the all details about that animals. Before, Arctic and Antarctic both they have given here. How the Arctic Circle and how the Antarctic Circle. Now tundra we have discussed. Antarctic Circle, South Pole we call colder than North Pole. South Pole, when it comes to Antarctic Circle, it is colder than North Pole. Ground is always frozen, covered in snow and ice, full of ice we can see. And colder than North Pole is Antarctic Circle. So we call Antarctica is a continent, ice continent. We can say that, and like cooler than Arctic Circle. Month of daylight in summer, months of daylight in summer. It's in summertime. Month in the sense many months we can see the light than the North Pole, and months of night in winter due to the Earth tilt. Tilt of the Earth causes for seasonal changes. Already have learned in the previous. Tilt in the sense a slope of the axis we call. So months of daylight in summer and months of night in winter due to the Earth tilt. Okay, so the same way, see, this is the picture of North and South Pole. See what beautiful picture. When we see the photos from Arctic and Antarctic, we may feel that we should go there and visit, but dear students, we can't imagine. Even nowadays you have winter time. Okay, normal climate is 22 degree, 23 degree, 24 degree. We can't wake up early in the morning because of cool, and some of you may not bath. Am I right? Yes. Oh my God, Ammo, chilled, very cool. Mummy, I will bath after 10 o'clock or after. You are luckiest person because Corona breaks now, or Corona affects help you a lot, because now if it is working days, what about you? And early morning wake up and get ready to school. This all very difficult. The same way here, full of ice, and here some more facts you see here. How is this region once you see? See on the like ice block float on the ocean water or sea or water body, and the bottom part also full of ice you see. Ice mountains or blocks you can see here. And the plants in polar region. See what are the plants and animals. See animals in the polar region: polar bears, walrus, seals, and Arctic region: penguins, seals. Okay, so just to see the Arctic region, what are the different animals, and the same way Antarctic, what are the different penguins and seals in Antarctica? You can see polar regions. Like polar bears and walrus seals in the Arctic region. And the same way environment, how the environment, see here, biomass takes in more carbon dioxide than it puts out, and plants freeze and can't decompose. Therefore, millions of years old plant material is frozen in the permafrost. The term meaning I have told you. What is permafrost? Due to cold, almost all the surface due to cold, the upper soil frozen in rock style or in the form of rock, that we call ice rocks. We can say that situation, or situation we call permafrost. Okay, and next, plants can't decompose. It won't spoil. You know, perishable items like vegetables or fish, meat. Why do we keep in the fridge? Because to avoid spoilage. The same way here, full of ice blocks, even plants not decompose. Therefore, millions of years old plants material is frozen in the permafrost. So in that plant material covered by ice. And some of the problems they have given here. Global warming is melting the permafrost, releasing the carbon dioxide. These are the problems nowadays. Greenhouse gases. See, I will explain you what is global warming. The term warming in the sense increasing temperature in the atmosphere. Global warming, nothing but increasing temperature in the atmosphere due to greenhouse gases like mainly carbon dioxide. We all know that the sun, solar radiation, already previous class we have discussed, in the last session we have discussed the solar radiation or solar energy received by the earth. Due to these greenhouse gases, that rays or that energy won't reflect back to the space or won't move back to the space. Already you know the sun rays or solar radiation reflected in the different layers. Due to these greenhouse gases, that reflection won't happen. So atmospheric temperature increases. When the atmosphere temperature increases, here in Arctic and Antarctic area, ice change into water. It what frozen ice like water frozen, and it change into water. That process we call melting. Okay, ice blocks molten. That water reaches the sea or ocean. So the seawater increases. We may get lot of trouble from that. Okay, that process we global warming. The same way this process or this highly affected in Arctic and Antarctic region, because due to global warming, temperature increasing in the atmosphere, it goes for melting ice, and that water flow towards sea or ocean. Ocean water may increase. In future, what happens? Ocean water may cover all over the land. So people have no place to live. That process may happen. Yes or no? Permafrost, that term you don't forget. Permafrost, nothing but due to high, cool, this like what we call all the materials covered by ice, and it forms in the form of ice blocks or ice rocks, we can say, that we call permafrost in Arctic. Okay, so next year learning about polar animals. Here you can see some of the animals and birds which live in the polar region. Puffin we call for this bird. What a beautiful bird you see. Huh? When we see this bird, we feel to catch this sometimes. Am I right? Can you see the picture of that bird? And the same way, see one more animal you can see is almost equal to deer, but caribou, they call this, and caribou shed their antlers. Antlers, nothing but their horns in winter and grow new one in the spring, it seems. This is one another type of animal. What happened in winter time? Antlers like shed nothing but it break, and new one comes. It seems like a tree shed the leaves, and new leaves comes. In the spring season, we already experienced or we have seen the same way. This caribou also what we call shed their antlers in the winter and grow new one in the spring season. And some more animals, let's see. Arctic fox is here. Oh, what a very beautiful, like what we call Arctic. There is fur on the bottom of an Arctic fox. Fur, nothing but hairs. Okay, so to help protect it from cold. Okay, that air protect them from the cold, it seems. See where that animal is sitting on the ice. Habituated these animals, but human being, we don't have this much fur. Am I right? Do you have this much fur to protect your body from cold? No, never. If we go there, what happens actually? 1, 2, 3, 4 sweater and mask, everything we have to wear, because our body is not suited to live this particular region. These animals already habituated, they can live there happily. So, and one more animal, see here, Arctic hare is almost equal to rabbit. Am I right? See, they have black eyelashes. Gift of God, we can say. Nowadays, here we apply some eyelashes. Am I right? Artificial. So here, ashes to protect their eyes from the sun. Sunrise is not good for their eyes. So protective layer, it's just like a sunglass. They have eyelashes, it seems. Okay, so this is one more animal. And here, Arctic tern. Small bird. Spend most of their life flying and almost never touch the ground. Full time flying, like you people, some of you roam more in the villages without taking rest. The same way this Arctic tern also flies like more and spend most of their life for flying, it seems. See, snowy owl, another bird, like owl, you know what is owl. Daytime, they cannot see, nighttime. Owl, snowy owl eats lemmings. What is lemmings? This is lemmings. This bird's favorite food is this animal, it seems. Lemmings do not hibernate during the winter. Sleep, not sleep, it seems. Hibernate, nothing but sleep. Not hibernate, don't sleep during the winter. Okay, full time open their eyes and sit somewhere. Lemmings. Okay, but this snowy owl likes to eat this small animal, it seems. Okay, lemmings do not hibernate during the winter, stay somewhere, open their eyes. When we see these all animals or these like animals or birds, we may feel that what difficulty they are facing in their life, because if you take these animals to our region, they won't live because they habituated such type of climate. Am I right? Yes, and here polar bear are largest bears in this polar region. See what a small baby with that animal. Am I right? Looking somewhere for hunting. Yes, and here Arctic wolf. An Arctic wolf is the largest wolf. See, try to catch something and see where that fox standing. Ice blocks float on the water. Even in winter, this pool also we won't see because it's frozen. Okay, so next is walrus, one another. Because it is dark, walrus use their whiskers to find out at the bottom of the ocean. It's a dig. It dig with that two teeth you can see in front of that. Am I right? Yes, under the ice somewhere you have water. In that water, some sort of fishes you can see. These animals catch that fishes for their food, and harp seal. They can stay underwater for 30 minutes, it seems. Harp seal live in the North Pole. See, what harp seal? This is also another type of animal which live in this polar region or polar area. It's all new for you. Please, if you want, note down, either take screenshot or write it in your running note. Okay, they can stay under water for 30 minutes like fish. And Weddell seal, they live in South Pole. This animal live in South Pole, it seems. Okay, Antarctica. And the same way, narwhal is a whale with a giant tooth sticking out of its head. See, it's like a nail, you can see teeth. Large, strong, what we call whale, that giant tooth sticking out of its head. Is it? Yes. Maybe protect from enemies. The sea, the same way, some facts you have. The Arctic is a region located at the northernmost of the earth. The Arctic consists of the Arctic Ocean and part of Canada, Russia, Greenland, and United States. Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Iceland. The Arctic region consists of vast ice-covered ocean surrounded by treeless permafrost. I have told you what is permafrost. Due to cool, the water or ice, it formed in the water forms in the form of ice blocks. Okay, that process, and the area can be defined as north of Arctic Circle, 66 degree and half, 33 north direction. The approximate limit of the midnight sun and polar night, that already we have discussed. More than 2 months continuous days we can see there the same way. Next in summertime, winter time, you can see 2 months continuous night alternatively. It can be defined as a region where the average temperature for the warmest smoothly July is below 10 degree Celsius, in the sense 50 degree Fahrenheit. The northernmost tree line roughly follows the isotherm, a line on a map, same temperature that we call iso, at the boundary of this region. And socially and politically, the Arctic region includes the northern territories of 8 Arctic states. Although by natural science definitions, much of this territory is considered subarctic. The Arctic region is unique area among Earth's ecosystem. Ecosystem, nothing but the plants, animals, all come under the cultural culture is in the region, and Arctic indigenous people have indigenous nothing but some of the tribal people who live in this, because very rural we can indigenous people we may call them. They have separated like their own tradition, culture. We will discuss about those people who are living in the Arctic region, have adapted to its cold extreme conditions. All they accepted and they are living. Even these animals also. Okay, because they don't know anything about outer world. If they come out, they can't survive because they are already habituated with this climate and this weather. And in recent years, the extent of the sea ice has declined. Nowadays, this ice declined already. We have discussed about the reason. What may be the reason for global warming? Increasing temperature in the atmosphere. It calls for increasing temperature and increasing carbon dioxide content in the atmosphere, cause for increasing temperature in the atmosphere. It cause for melting ice. Okay, so this is all about Arctic. Please take a screenshot, otherwise write it in your running note. The fact on about Arctic Circle or Arctic region, and Arctic, a photograph here you have, and polar region, and seasons in Tundra region. Whatever we discuss, the same you can see in Tundra region. It is extremely cold. It is difficult to even imagine the cold in Tundra. In India, the sun rises and sets every day, but this does not happen in Tundra. It almost dark throughout November, December. I've told you nearly 2-3 months they have continuous night. The same way in summertime they have 2 months continuous daylight. This is the, okay, you may feel that, oh my God, if in our region, if it is like a Tundra, we get lot of time for playing games. Am I right? Continuous day, it seems 2 months. Even daytime is not sufficient for you people nowadays, because you have a number of games nowadays, like quickly becoming dark. As it is winter season, you know that 5:30 time we get dark or darkness. So you may not get sufficient time. So here you see, and it is bitterly cold during these months. And you know that when it is extremely cold, water freezes and become ice. See, water freezes, freezing, you know what is it? Change into ice. In this extreme cold, the water of the river, lakes and seas freezes. Strong cold wind blow and there is heavy snowfall. Due to the severe cold, dark and icy condition, all the plants die. Even winter time, we have already discussed about some of the plants that also die, it seems. That plants change into permafrost, not decompose. Okay. Ice covered on that plants and all the dead plants, and that change into permafrost. Even birds and animals leave this region and migrate elsewhere or outer part of the Arctic Circle. The whole region becomes dark, deserted and desolate. So when it all happens in the winter time. Winter time, here also the same time. Most of the people, like suppose even you and your friends, when you discuss your friends, they may tell that I like to sleep more time in the morning. Am I right? They spend less time for other activity. Why? This reason behind that is this winter season. And here you have some more topic related to that. Summer, the sun begins to shine in Tundra around February. See, when they have summer, the sun begins to shine in Tundra around February, March. In the beginning, the sun shines for a maximum of an hour and then sets. It means how many hours? Okay, only 1 hour, 2 hours, the sun rises in the summer, it seems. Gradually it lengthens, beginning. And later it lengthens 2 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, 16 hours. And finally 24 hours of time they have sunlight. Then for almost 3 months from May to July, the sun never sets. It shines all 24 hours. But the sun does not rise overhead. It means they have no high temperature. They receive sunlight, but there is no high temperature because sun won't rise over the head. But the sun does not rise, it just hovers a little above the horizon. Horizon, nothing but here you have definition. The horizon is the place where the earth appears to meet the sky. An imaginary place or imaginary, you can see on the sky sometimes, sky, we have a place where the earth appears to meet the sky. So light, sun rays receive there. Only sun rays, light receive there. There is no high temperature. Since the sun does not go high up in the sky, it never very warm or temperature. Here you have some of the people are living in this North American Eskimos, we call Inuits, we call for them. What we call Inuits. Okay, so shelter of that people. See the North American Eskimos, the people are living there, that we call Eskimos. Their shelter, traditional igloo, used in the winter on hunts. Not permanent, small houses they have in winter for hunting and other activity, that we call igloos. Sword hut used in the summer, and caribou skin tents portable. They move where the hunt is nomadic like they led the nomadic nothing but they move place to place. It's a traditional they have given modern time nowadays and olden days, both they have given. They lived like a nomadic people. That time they constructed small igloos. I will show you the picture. And now pre-made housing all in different parts together. Now they stay in one place, don't follow the hunt anymore. Olden days used to hunt, they live like a nomadic. They roam for their day-to-day livelihood. So nowadays they stay to one place and do. See here, igloo. What is igloo? Now you can understand, I think, a small rest house. They made it for hunting purpose. Mainly in winter time, when they roam, they made like, they constructed this with ice, I think. Yes, ice, full of ice. Very beautiful, am I right? Yes. How many of you like to stay in igloo? Sometimes you may feel now, am I right? Just like I have to go there and have to stay some days in igloos. I have to stay with them and I have to play with the people who are living there. Are you feeling like that? Srija, Sai Satya? No? Yes? Yes. And the same way, food and how it's obtained. See, traditional fishing in summer, seal hunting, use kayak or dog sled, get to frozen lake and sea. And the way stand over breathing holes where the seal come up for air. I'll show you that picture. Stab with a harpoon, that's a tool. Long stick with a detachable knife-like object. This is traditional olden days. Nowadays, buy food from stores. Nowadays, they have some shops there. If Eskimos do hunt only for recreation like us, when we need very like limited hunting scenes, you can see, and use guns, snowmobiles, and motorboats nowadays. See here, olden days hunting seal, what they do, they have a stick, harpoon we call for that. And when the seal come up for breathing, you know, fishes come up for breathing sometime. When they come up, they hit with this harpoon and catch that. This is the traditional way, the hunting seal. Nowadays, situation changed. They have a small shop, gun they have started using. Some of the vehicle they started riding. Olden days, they have sledges. Okay, fox or dogs run like a horse cart or bullock cart, you know, the same way they tie the rope on a dog or a fox, and they walk, the sledge also move along with that. So in this way they travel in olden days. And sharing and caring each other, very good. Working together, hunt together, share food when needed. Olden days. During the hunting season, if the hunt is bad, the hunter is last to die. That is one more situation there, because there is traditional in olden days. They shared living. They led a shared living. Now hunting groups split up more on your own. Many have permanent jobs, can't find time to hunt. Nowadays, situation changed, modern time. Hunting groups split up more than on your own. Selfishness increases there. And you can see conservation. So traditional way, use all part of dead animals. We take from the sea what we're given, we give to each other what we have. That is olden days. And believe in spirits of nature. They worshipped nature in olden days. Okay, they worshipped, Eskimos worshipped nature in olden days, and there we take from the sea what were given, we give to each other. Now, not all part of animals used. See, this is the one of Eskimos' life. You can see here, a man is standing with a deer. And here, a small house you can see, a family photo you can see here. How their lifestyle once you see. Small children like you. Okay, so it's a family. How their house you see, some animals, fox or dog, something, some an animal laid there. And here you see how their food in tradition. See, cutting like I told you, 100 animal. So they cutting and eating. Some I think they're drinking the blood of that animal. Yes or no? Do you like to eat like this? Ramya, Teja, or Anjali? Vedagna, no. Because it's very difficult to eat or live like them. See, one more picture you have here. The lifestyle, small huts we can say. People standing there with their own animals. Domestic animals, okay, domestication is very important because animals give and carrying luggages from one place to another place, used animals. And see a lady standing and looking somewhere, and the same way permafrost you can see behind her, many animals grazing there. A sledge, you can see how they travel from one place to another place once you see with the sledges. Animals like pulling. And finally, please take a script. Tundra is a type of cold climate with almost no trees. You can find tundras in areas near the poles such as Russia and Greenland. The polar bear is the biggest animal in tundra. The Arctic fox have smaller ears than the European fox, and caribou have bigger horns than deeper. So a small like summary they have given here. Okay, students, this is all for today. I hope you all understood the topic. If you understand, please thumbs up. Then I am also very happy, and I request you all to turn on your videos when you attend the class. Okay, students, if you are not ready to turn, I think you all have very beautiful and smiley face. Am I right? Yes. Yeah, if I turn off my camera, what do you feel? Yes, that sir is not showing his face. Am I right? He is teaching something. You may lose your interest on topic. So the same way, I am also losing my interest on my topic when you turn off your video. Please turn on your video. And once again, let me remind you, in the next session, I will show you the procedure of your CWs. Okay, possible all of you get, and most probably, dear students, you have annual examination in this academic year. Schools going to open in coming next month or coming months, most probably next month. So you must purchase CW and start writing. It helps you to complete it quickly. So that all for today. Okay, children.
Yes, good morning, dear children. Welcome to Sanvi e-learning services class. I am your physical science teacher. Yes, we are discussing our third chapter, synthetic fibers and plastics. Right? In the last session, we discussed about synthetic fibers, that is about nylon. Okay? In this session, we are going to learn about rayon, polyester and acrylic fibers. Okay? So wait, I'll share the screen. Yes. So in the last session, we learned that about nylon. There we learned that how strong is nylon. So there we concluded that nylon is very strong synthetic fiber. Yes, it is stronger. Its strength is increases than cotton, wool, silk. And it is one of the strongest man-made fiber, nylon is, right? Now we are going to learn about rayon. So, right. Rayon is also one of the synthetic fiber. So it is prepared from cellulose. Okay, rayon is prepared from cellulose. So the cellulose is a natural polymer. Okay, cellulose is a natural polymer. It needs extensive chemical treatment to form rayon. Okay, we know that cellulose is a natural polymer. This rayon is prepared from cellulose. So here to this natural polymer, we'll give some chemical treatment by adding of some chemicals. So it will form rayon. So it is also called artificial silk. And this rayon absorbs moisture and is comfortable to wear. We know nylon does not absorb the water and it catches fire very easily, right? And nylon cloths or nylon fiber produces static electricity very easily, right? This is different here. Rayon is different from nylon. So here it absorbs moisture and is comfortable to wear. And it can be easily dyed in vivid colors. Okay, rayon fiber can be easily dyed in vivid colors. So varieties of rayon. So many kinds of rayon are produced based on the control of cellulose molecular length and arrangement in the fiber. So regular rayon. So this regular rayon used for apparel and home furnishing occupy largest percentage of market share, and it has low wet strength. Rayon has low wet strength. And here, high wet modulus. Here, similar to regular rayon properties but with a high wet strength. So in regular rayon, it is used for apparel and home furnishing, and it occupies the largest percentage of market share. There it has low wet strength. Here, high wet modulus. It is also show similar properties of a regular rayon, but here it is with a high wet strength. And here, microfibers. These are manufactured either from this high wet modulus rayon or regular rayon. These microfibers are manufactured from this high wet modulus or regular rayon. So these are very fine. Okay, these microfibers are very fine, and fabrics made from these. Okay, so fabrics made from these microfibers drape better. Okay, they have silk-like hand and appearance. And next one, high density rayon. Here this is modified regular rayon. Okay, it is this high density rayon is modified by regular rayon with a exceptional strength. Okay, here with exceptional strength, this high tensity rayon modified regular rayon. It is used for, this high density rayon is used for tire cores, okay, tire core and industrial end uses. So we'll see properties of rayon. So these are the properties of rayon. It is easily dyed and woven into cloth and drapes well and good absorbent of sweat and lustrous in appearance. Lustrous means shining property. Okay, so here it is easily dyed in vivid colors and woven into cloth. Here drapes well, lustrous in appearance, good absorbent of sweat. So here viscose rayon. So rayon is the oldest commercial man-made fiber. Okay, rayon is the oldest commercial man-made fiber. So the process of making viscose was discovered by C.F. Cross and E.J. Bevan in 1891. So it is now manufactured abundantly as its raw material is cellulose and is available in large quantities in timber and vegetable matter. Okay, so here this rayon is this viscose rayon. So this viscose rayon is manufactured abundantly as its raw material is cellulose. Okay, and here is available in large quantities in timber and vegetable matter. Right. Here, the viscose method is relatively inexpensive and a particular significance in the production of non-woven fabrics. It is not a synthetic. This viscose rayon is not a synthetic. Its properties are more similar to cotton. Okay, we know rayon is a synthetic fiber, right? So here viscose rayon properties are more similar to cotton and it is relatively inexpensive. That means it is not synthetic. And here it is particular significance in the production of non-woven fabrics. We know rayon is easily woven. Okay, so here this flax rather than polyester and nylon. Viscose rayon has a silk-like aesthetic and a good feel. So the name viscose was derived from the word viscous. When here this means liquid state of spinning solution. Viscose rayon means here we are using viscose, which means here liquid state of spinning solution. We know this rayon is manufactured regenerated cellulose fiber. Here, because it is produced from naturally occurring polymers, it is neither a truly synthetic fiber nor a natural fiber. So to this cellulose fiber, by giving a chemical treatment to this cellulose fiber, will form a rayon. So we can say that it is naturally occurring polymers. It is produced from naturally occurring polymers. So that's why it is neither a truly synthetic fiber nor a natural fiber. It is a semi-synthetic or artificial fiber. Here rayon is known by names viscose rayon and art silk in textile industry. Okay, here rayon is known by the names viscose rayon and art silk in the textile industry. it usually has a higher luster quality, giving it a bright sheen. Okay, it has a high luster quality. Here, the uses and history, the production method, major properties, and alternative to cotton and picture gallery we are going to see now. So here the uses of this rayon. So some major rayon fiber uses include apparel. Example, aloha sheets, blouses, dresses, jackets, lingari, and linings, scarves, suits, neckties, hats, socks. So all these are made from rayon fiber. And here the filling in Zippo lighters. Yes, and furnishings. Furnishings here, example, bedspreads, bed sheets, blankets, window treatments, upholstery, and sleep covers. Yes, so all these are also rayon fibers. And here we'll also use this rayon in the industrial uses. Example, that is medical surgery products, non-woven products, tire cord. Yes, and other uses here, yarn and feminine hygiene products and diapers, towels, right? So all these are made from rayon fiber. So rayon is a major feedstock in the production of carbon fiber. Here, history of this rayon fiber. The invention of rayon can be related to the invention of an apparatus in 1840 that drew synthetic filaments through small holes. So in 1855, Georges Admers, a Swiss chemist, discovered how to make cellulose nitrate. Later in 1884, Count Hilaire de Chardonnay made the first man-made fibers from nitrocellulose. So he came to be known as a father of rayon. Okay, so he is the father of rayon. He got the original French patent and also won financial support through which he established the world's first rayon factory. Here, other scientists developed more cost-effective ways of making many other types of rayon. So these are the production methods of rayon, that is cellulose immersion, pressing, white crumb, aging, xanthine, and yellow crumb, viscose, repining, filtering, degassing, extruding, acid bath, drying, washing, cutting. Yes, so these are the preparation methods of rayon. So here, the next one. Here, the next synthetic fiber is a acrylic. The term acrylic is derived from the Latin word acryl, that means irritating, and is descriptive of the compound acrylic acid. Okay, this acrylic fiber, it is derived from the Latin word acryl. It means irritating. Yes, so acrylonitrile is chemically related to acrylic acid. And the term acrylic is short for polyacrylonitrile. This acrylic fiber is man-made fiber. Here, there are two types of acrylic fibers. Here, one is the polyacrylonitrile and next one modified polyacrylonitrile. Polyacrylonitrile fibers generally referred to as the acrylic fibers. And modified polyacrylonitrile fibers generally referred to as a mod acrylic fibers. A acrylonitrile we are saying. Poly means we know many, right? So here in this acrylic acid, yes, so here many acrylonitrile fibers, chemicals are used in this. It is very related to acrylic acid. Here, this acrylic acid is a short form for polyacrylonitrile. Here, these are the properties of acrylic. Physical properties, mechanical properties, chemical properties, environmental properties. So first one is the physical properties. The fair here, tenacity. Here the fair to strong tenacity of the acrylic fiber is attributed to the very crystalline nature of the polymer system. Okay. So here, this is fair to strong tenacity. Okay. Here, this tenacity of the acrylic fibers is attributed to the very crystalline nature of their polymer system as well as to their very long polymer. So two characteristics enable van der Waals force to develop between polymer. So although these forces are weak, we know van der Waals forces are very weak forces between the one molecule to another molecule, the attraction will be very less. So that's why we can say that these van der Waals forces are very weak forces. Okay, so to the one molecule to the another molecule, the van der Waals forces are weak. The attraction gap between two molecules is very more. So that's why here the attraction is very less. So here these forces are weak. They act in this case very efficiently and effectively. So the loss of tenacity that occurs when acrylic fiber become wet indicates that the fiber are slightly amorphous. Here, so when the loss of tenacity here that occurs when acrylic fiber becomes wet. This indicates that the fibers are slightly amorphous and enable water molecules to enter and reduce the van der Waals forces between polymer. Yes, so when these fibers are slightly amorphous, yes, when they lose the tenacity, they enable water molecules to enter and reduce the van der Waals forces between polymer. So next, elastic plastic nature. So acrylic have soft handle. This means that the polymer system is very crystalline and acrylic polymers must be able to give or slide over each other when the acrylic filament or staple fiber is bent or crushed. Okay, so here this acrylic have soft handle. Okay, so here in this nature, this polymer system is very crystalline. Okay, so here this slide over each other and the acrylic filament or staple fiber is bent or crushed. So this displacement of polymer in the acrylic polymer system is evidenced by the wrinkling and distortion of the textile materials, and it is response to bending, stretching and crushing. Okay, the lack of dimensional stability of acrylic textile material tends to the reinforce. Okay, so wait, yes, these are the chemical properties of the acrylic fiber. That means effect of acids, effect of alkalis, effect of bleaches. Here effect of alkali means bases. Okay, we can also call bases as a alkalis. So here effect of acids, that means the acrylic fibers are resistant to acids. Okay, because their polymers do not contain any chemical groups which will attract or react with acid radical. Okay, so that's why these are here resistant to acids. These polymers do not contain any chemical groups. So they will not attract or they will not react with acid radicals. And here bases. So the very crystalline nature of the acrylic polymer system prevents the ready to entry of alkaline. Okay, so here the surface hydrolysis or saponification. Okay, here the system prevents the ready entry to alkaline. So this the surface of hydrolysis or surface saponification will occur. And here the effect of bleaches. So acrylic fibers are not usually bleached in practice. So here, as a result, little is known about the effect of bleaches on acrylic polymers. Here, effect of sunlight and weather. Acrylic fibers are the most sunlight and weather resistant fibers in common use. And when these are exposed to sunlight, with initially suffer a small loss in tenacity. Okay, when they are exposed to sunlight, so they lost some small tenacity. So after this initial loss, there is a leveling off in any further reduction in tenacity. So from then onwards, acrylics have excellent sunlight and weather resistances. Here, the leveling off in tenacity loss is considered to be due to a slight internal polymers rearrangement. So when they are exposed to sunlight, they lose some small tenacity, right? So when they lose this small tenacity, there is a leveling off, yes, in their further reduction in tenacity. So here, this leveling off in the tenacity loss is considered to be due to slight internal polymers rearrangement. So exposure to sunlight provides the necessary heat energy to cause particular portion of polymers to assume ring structure, which have more stable electron arrangement. Okay, so in that more stable electron arrangement will be possible when they are exposed to sunlight. So this enables the polymers is withstand much more effectively the UV radiation. So here the uses of this acrylic fiber. Acrylic in apparel includes sweaters, socks, blankets, and fleece or high pile fabrics. Acrylic is also used to create for substitutes. Okay, it is also used to create for substitutes. So acrylic in furnishings include upholstery fabrics and carpet. And it resists the sun and draperies and outdoor items such as awnings, tarpaulins, tents, and outdoor furniture. Here, this acrylic also used in sportswear, socks, shoe liners, and industrial filter. Here, care of acrylic. Acrylic fabrics or fibers can be landed and dry cleaned. And acrylic may be sensitive to heat, so that when drying is recommended for acrylic product, low heat setting should be used. Okay, we know the nylon fibers are catches fire very easily. So here also we have to produce very low heat to this acrylic fiber, because these are also very sensitive to heat. Okay, so it recommended low heat setting should be used. So pressing temperature should not exceed 250 degree Fahrenheit. So these are the some of the products of this acrylic fiber. Now the next one, polyester. Here, history of polyester and formation of this polyester, manufacturing process, and future of polyester we are going to learn now. So first of all, look at the definition of polyester. Here, polyester is a category of polymers which contain the ester functional group in their main chain. Okay, acaterylene. Polyester means here we can also say acaterylene. It is a category of polymers only, and it contains ester functional group. Okay, so polyester is currently defined as long chain polymers chemically composed of at least 85% by weight of an ester and a dihydric alcohol and terephthalic acid. Okay, so this is a long chain polymers. In this, the chemicals composed are ester. Here in this polyester, the main functional group is ester, right? Here also use dihydric alcohol and terephthalic acid. Here, the name polyester refers to the linkage of several monomers, okay, within the fiber. Okay, we are saying that here ester is the main functional group. Okay, so here it refers to the linkage of several monomers, that means esters within the fiber. Here, in 1926, United States based E.I. DuPont, D. Numerous and Co. began research into very large molecules and synthetic fibers. Here, W.H. Carothers centered on what became nylon, the first synthetic fiber. In 1931 to 41, British researcher on what became, British research chemists took interest in the DuPont studies and conducted their own research in the laboratories of Calico Printers Association Limited. So this work resulted in the creation of the polyester fiber known in England as terylene. Yes, I already said this is also known eka-terylene. Okay, so the creation of the polyester fiber known in England as terylene. So in 1946, DuPont purchased the right to produce this polyester fiber in the United States. So the company conducted some further developmental work in 1951, began to market the fiber under the name Dacron. So raw materials used in this polyester fiber: coal, air, water, petroleum. These are the raw materials used in this polyester. And forms of the polyester are filament, staple, tow, and fiber fill. So these are the forms and uses of different forms in different places. So in the filament form, so each individual strand of polyester fiber is continuous in length, producing smooth surfaced fabrics. Okay, so I said these are the forms of polyester: filament, staple, tow, fiber fill. Yes, so these are the uses of different forms in different places. So in the filament form here, each individual strand of this polyester fiber is continuous in length and producing smooth surfaced fabrics. And in the staple form, these filaments are cut to short. Okay, here these filaments are cut to short and predetermined lengths. So in this form, polyester is easier to blend with other fibers. And tow is a form in which continuous filaments are drawn loosely together. And fiber fill is a voluminous form used in the manufacture of quilts, pillows, and outerwear. So this is a microscopic view of the polyester. So structure and appearance of this polyester. So it is a colorless and transparent, smooth and lustrous, shape as we require, shiny, glass rod like. Okay, so here we can shape this polyester as we require, and it is shiny like a gloss rod, and it is colorless and transparent, and it is smooth and lustrous. And these are the characteristics of polyester fiber. It is strong, resistant to stretching and shrinking, and resistant to most chemicals, and quickly drying. Okay, crisp and resilient when wet or dry, wrinkle resistant, mildew resistant, and abrasion resistant, and retains heat set plates and crease, and easily washed. And here, this polyester bends, polyester and cotton. And this polyester bends like polyester and wool. And it also bends like polyester and rayon. So see first of all polyester and cotton. So here in this case it resists wrinkles and resists stains and resists retain shape. And when it is blends polyester and wool, it wrinkle resistant and shape retention and increase durability. Okay, so in this case the durability increases. And when it is blends polyester and rayon, more durable, shape retention and more resilience. And these are the some major polyester fiber uses. Apparel, so every form of clothing. Okay, so here it is every form of clothing. And home furnishings. So these are the uses of home furnishing like carpets, curtains, drapes, sheets and pillows, pillowcases, wall coverings and upholstery. And other uses, hoses, power belting, ropes and nets, thread, tire cord, auto upholstery, sails, floppy disk liners, and fiber fill for various products including pillows and furniture. Okay, so these are the some of the uses of this polyester fibers. Okay, so these are the four different types of synthetic fibers: nylon, rayon, acrylic and polyester fibers. So we have some of the advantages and disadvantages of these fibers. So we'll discuss this topic in the next class. Okay, thank you.